Well, hello everyone and welcome to EnergyGal. We are doing our weekly tarot, and this is for the week of July 1st through till July 7th. So I have not yet mixed our cards, so I am going to do that now. When I record this, it is June 30th, and I want to let you know that as of June 29th towards the evening, there's one card, June 29th towards the evening, I really struggled with a lot of anxiety and a rough, overwhelming feeling. And then on into today, if I had to describe it, it would be this. You know that Jack in the Box when you're a kid that you would wind it up and it was a toy and yet it caused so much anxiety? And you had to keep twisting because that was the toy, but at the same point, it really produced and provoked quite a bit of deep emotion, like when's the other shoe gonna drop? If I had to describe my energies for today, it would be that. Kind of a weird, this is a childlike toy and it's only a game, but at the same point, I never liked that game when I was a kid. And I didn't like it when other people were playing it either. I'm like, and I'm out of here. So I'm not sure what that means for this week coming up. I'll be curious as to what our cards unpack for us. And I'm not much of an alarmist at all. I like to see how everything is working out well. I like to use an oracle deck because that's less punching me in the face and looking on the bright side of things. But I did want to make you aware of those more anxiety and provoked type emotions that I have been feeling, those energies that I have been feeling. I think we have some really, really big energies in this next week, my friends. And so all the more I am looking forward to what the energies are going to be speaking to us, what Spirit is going to be speaking to us. I just pulled out 3 cards that spoke to me. Let's see what happens. All right. Okay. All right. So the first card I got was Obstacles and Challenges. And this is, it looks like it's blue on there, but it's actually an indigo. This is it's in the spiritual minor arcanas, or minor arcana energies, and it's a 5, which is all about the senses, it's all about adventure, it's all about pleasures. So we'll unpack that a little bit more. I also got, in the emotions card, I got the rejoicing. And you know that 3 is my favorite number for those of you who've been watching because it speaks of the divine feminine with the divine masculine producing a Christ consciousness baby. So I think that this card was last week, or at least it was at some point. And then the last card we got, or first, whichever, is a throat chakra. Again, with the 5, the senses. Whenever I see throat chakra, I think of manifestation. I think of things coming through and out, and coming up from the belly and out. So whatever it is that's in here, it's going to be coming up, the good, the bad, and the ugly of it all. You know, if it's love that's coming up through the heart, awesome. If it's vomit that's coming up through, it's all coming up. So curious that we have 2 5s and a 3. 5 and 5 is 10. Plus 3 is 13, which equals 4. 4 is stability. You know, I was talking with a friend yesterday, and she said, I'm so frightened by what is coming in the world. And she was looking at everything that was going on in the world and saying, it's falling apart. And I said, I know, isn't that wonderful? And she said, I don't know what you mean. And I said, listen, things are falling apart only to fall together. I believe that we are headed towards stability, which is the number 4 for me. The number 4 is 4 legs of a table on which you can put things on and you know that there won't be a toppling. See, yes, it looks like things are falling apart out there because they're not stable. Anything that is sinking sand is being blown away, washed away, because we want to be on the rock solid foundation of truth, which at its core is love. So, speaking of obstacles and challenges, we have this card here, okay? This card always speaks to me of perspective. So here's what I'm going to say to you. There's going to be some things coming up in this next week that you get to choose the perspective. You are creating your reality. Now, here's the deal. There are things coming that you may not necessarily be able to control, but you can choose how to react to what's coming, thereby create your reality. I'll say it again. We create our reality. We cannot necessarily control everything that is coming our way, but we can, at our level of consciousness, choose our perspective and how it is that we are going to react to what is happening. At what octave are we going to respond to the things that are happening in the world in this next week? Are you going to be looking at the fact that there is a break in the path and you're going to have to jump, and what a pain in the neck that's going to be, and that's not fair and you might fall? Or are you going to be looking at the fact that there are angels all around and that you are not alone, that we are in this together, and this is all part of the spiritual awakening, the ascension process that's happening, the new earth that is manifesting. You get to choose. And from that point, then you get to choose the reality that you are experiencing. You get to choose the radio station that you're listening to. Okay? Your choice. Okay. And this has to do a lot with this manifestation. What you are speaking is so vital. Please be aware of what you're thinking and what you are speaking, because it is determining the frequency at which you vibe. If you are speaking trash about other people or about yourself, that's the frequency. That's what's manifesting. That's what's being attracted. That is what's being created in your world. If you are speaking love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, if you are in a place of self-control, mercy, grace, forgiveness, understanding, looking for the God spark into each one, you'll find it, because that's what you're looking for, and it exists, along with the other crap too. People will say to me, is that all you see is the God spark? No, I see it all. I see the God, and I see that which isn't God, but what my focus is the God part. Sure, I see all this other stuff going on, but it's, some people would say it's the delusion. It's not the reality. I focus on this, and what I focus on increases. So there's more and more of the Godness that is increasing. I am meeting some of the most delightful, amazing, pioneering souls whose heart chakra is aching to come online, is saying, please show me where to plug in, I'm ready. And that's what I'm focusing on, and more of that is incarnating around me. More of the divine masculine balancing with the divine feminine in beautiful cohabitation and peace and harmony. And they then are creating the Christ being born, the birth of the Christ consciousness. This is where we're heading always. And because time is an illusion, I'm living here, right now. How is this sitting with you? How does this speak to you? This is the possibility of what could be going on in this next week. And I'm telling you, the energies are huge. Winding up that Jack in the Box, just waiting. But are you waiting for bad things to be happening? Are you waiting for yourself to be able to go, I told you all that shit was going down and there it is. Are you waiting for that? Because if that's what you're waiting for, that's what you will see in your world. Or are you waiting for things to fall apart so that they can finally resettle and fall into place? If I had a picture for it, it's like we're putting together a puzzle and it's all jumbled up. But what we're not aware is that there are pieces here that don't belong in this picture, in this puzzle that we're creating. And so, yes, things are being shaken up, but only because they're puzzle pieces that never belonged anyway. And that's why we haven't been able to put the puzzle together, is because 3 or 4 of these pieces don't belong here. So we're shaking things up. It's falling apart and it looks messy, but only so that just what remains is what we have to put together a beautiful picture, a new earth. And one last analogy, if you can stand one more analogy, we're giving birth to something, folks. And it's a beautiful new thing, like we've never seen before. It's a baby that's coming that we have never seen before, but it resonates with us and we're doing it. It's happening. But as with giving birth to a baby, and I've done it 5 times, never once having an epidural, it's painful. It's frightening. It's scary. So many things are going on in your head and you're just going, I want to get to the end of this. I can't do it anymore. But just keep remembering there's a baby coming. Keep your focus on the baby. Keep your focus on the baby. You're doing great. If you are listening to this tarot reading and you're still here listening to this tarot reading a few minutes in, you are one of us. And we're all going. Just so we're all, I'm not one of those, you're not going, I'm going, he's not going. He said, no, listen, we're all going. We may not all realize we're going, but we're all going. But thank you, if you are still here, you are midwifing this thing. Thank you for your presence here. My name is EnergieGal, and I am an empowerment coach. I am a life coach. I've been an intuitive and a feeler for 30 years. Oh, actually all of my life, but working in that arena for the past 30 years, and have recently gone online to offer my services online. Check in if you would like a tarot reading, a human design reading, astrology, any kind of life coaching. I love to help people discover, remember, and be who they are. As love and light beings, we're going somewhere here, folks. Or something's coming in and through us. And it is an exciting time to be on the planet. What is your perspective? What are you seeing? What are you hearing? Include your comments below. I want to have a conversation about this. These cards excite me for this next week. If you are enjoying the content, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Every Friday, I upload a tarot. Every Tuesday, Empowered Empath. Wednesday, Empowered Relationships. Thursday, on occasion, I'll upload a podcast with someone who I believe has a story to share that is transformational for the collective. And in the meantime, take good care of yourself and be aware of your thoughts, be aware of your heart and the vitality of balancing the heart and the mind, that divine masculine and divine feminine, as they co-create to give birth to the Christ consciousness. That's what we're doing. Thank you for your part in it all. And I cannot wait to meet you next week when we let these cards and the energies speak to us on what's coming up for mid-November. Can you imagine? I almost said mid-November. for mid-July. And in the meantime, for those of you who celebrate the 4th of July in the States, happy. Keep yourselves safe with those fireworks. And for all of you around the world, please know I love you, and I'm so thankful for your presence in this space, in this time. Take care, everybody.